which happens a lot in the comment sections of his video, and I felt it was only a matter of time before it would actually happen on his website also. It was at this point where the user Shangri-La posted to Onision's comment that shall we allow the racist, pedophiles, and rapists to condone and promote as well, with this: they're allowed to talk about liking it. That doesn't mean society smiles upon it, which is true. The First Amendment is a powerful tool. The user below him posted, "Be smart, eat what you want," was an attempt to speak to the common sense as an individual who has already taken a vegetarian lifestyle. I had not mentioned meat at all. If it had looked like I was promoting it, then I do offer you an apology. Which seems like a very sincere and very apologetic thing to say. After judging the way Onision responded to these things, the user probably felt that he very offended him. Yet, Gregory, in the later parts of this thread, offered no such apologetic type of sentiment at all. After that, Onision responded with this: "Most every website on the internet has rules you must abide by if you wish to continue using their services. This site is no different. If you choose to condone killing animals, illegal activity, or violate any other board rule, you put your own account at risk." Which doesn't make much sense to me. Because, if you remember what they had said in their posts, if you don't, you can feel free to scroll back and read it and listen to me read it again. None of these users broke a board rule. They didn't condone the killing of animals. They didn't condone what rapists, child molesters, murderers, any other sick fuck in society does. They were merely wondering why Onision was harboring such an odd hostility. And I feel that these two users had caught on to this censorship trend. You see, his website is a debate website. If you're not allowed to debate an issue, especially one as sensitive as vegetarianism, or as one as murder, rape, abortion, what have you, anything that he talks about in his videos, then what is the point of debating it at all? You see, if the one person who owns the website has all the answers, then what's the point of sending it a back and forth face-to-face debate? Because if he's already known the answer to the problem, all we're waiting for is the solution. However, the reason this website exists is because he doesn't have a solution to the problem. He just needs more propaganda for his video channel, and it's very apparent in this thread alone, to me anyway. Continuing on. After that post, the user Shangri-La posted again with this: "Most rules are posting guidelines to keep people from wasting bandwidth on low-content posts, posting pornography or personal information, and keeping the conversation politically correct. Rule number 2 is censorship. Disallowing people from being able to express themselves is wrong. Just because I don't believe pedophilia is right doesn't mean I have the right to tell a pedophile what he can or cannot enjoy. It just means that I don't like it. In fact, when you get down to brass tacks, Rule 2 can be construed as the insecure fear that people might be persuaded that being an omnivore isn't completely wrong. If you aren't afraid of that, then what's wrong with people liking what they like? It's subjective. And this is where the entire video, for whatever they or who they wish to be, who I wish to be, I am whoever who wishes to be, came into play. You can call them all horrible all you want, but in the end, they are who they wish to be. Am I wrong? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'd call complete and total ownage. Ladies and gentlemen. You see, the terminology, whoever we wish to be, can be construed as anything you'd want it to be, because it is, no matter how Onision would like to construe it, as the most broad and subjective term that exists. It can be construed as something that is very peaceful and free, saying that whoever you wish to be in your life, whatever you like to be in your career, in your future. However, you cannot ignore the fact that there are some very fucked up people in this world, and whatever they wish to be is very, very wrong in my morality from who I would like to be. Personally, I would love to be a musician for the rest of my life and a musical engineer. Record with bands, tour all over the world, all that nice stuff. For some creepy dude that lives at the end of my street who I thought personally was a pedophile for years, molesting kids is his future. The thing is, it's whoever he wishes to be. And if that's the person that he wishes to be, then the entire term loses all its peaceful fucking meaning. It's completely subjective. Now, continuing on with what Onision posted after this, because it just gets really bad from this point on. The user Josh Anderson, after reading the post that I had just read to you from Shangri-La, posted, "Wow, Onision isn't going to like this at all. You turned his own motto against him." Which is not really turning it against him, it's just telling it like it is. Saying what it actually entails. Because like I said, it's a very broad and subjective term, and one can construe it as they please. Because it seems like a term that is so broad, anyone can construe it to mean anything. To this, Shangri-La posted, "Well, I would hope his feelings wouldn't be hurt in the process of trying to reason to him, because that's all I'm trying to do." Josh Anderson then posted, "Yeah, I completely understand your reasoning. I had the same argument in my first reply to him, I think. Obviously yours is much better and thorough. But I had the same idea. He was mad at me for thinking I was countering his logic. In a sense, he was. In a sense, saying that someone's wrong for having a desire to eat meat but wanting to become a vegetarian doesn't make any sense with whoever we wish to be. The entire website, as being one-sided and as biased as it is, doesn't seem to actually apply to that slogan at all. He wants to portray it as a very progressive terminology that is like a very new agey, almost hippie kind of terminology. However, the simple fact that he has used the terminology to mean that I can censor whoever I want, because it's all whoever I personally wish to be, makes the entire slogan lose all of its meaning. In fact, if you check on the Onision Speaks page, it doesn't say whoever we wish to be anymore. It says, I am whoever I wish to be. So you must take into consideration as well, does the statement apply to us all, or merely to him and only him? To Josh Anderson's comment, Shangri-La posted, "Well, it is obviously his site, so he has the choice, so the choice is ultimately his. I just hope that he knows what all the messages are that he's sending with that rule. One person might think, yes, those shit-eaters have no place here. While another would be, man, that's kind of douchey." In possibly the most infantile response to the entire thread that Onision could have ever made, he said simply, "You have made your choice, please do not return." And in one fell swoop, he admitted that all he is doing is portraying his own ideas, because anything differentiating from the norm in his mind is against the rules of the world. And there you have it. Onision advocates complete and utter censorship of anything that may open up people's minds at all. Onision likes to completely connive children into thinking that lying to their parents is wrong as well. For my time here on YouTube, I've been right about him. I knew that he was nothing more than a one-sided charlatan. In the post that he had made to Shangri-La, Shangri-La replied, "Who, me? What did I do?" "When I sign up for a website," Onision said, "I do not disrespect the administrator with insult, to include ridiculing his rules. However, Shangri-La merely questioned the ethics of the rules, not ridiculing. Ridicule and question are two different things, Onision, Gregory. Ridiculing says these fucking rules are goddamn stupid, and here's why. Questioning is saying, well, I don't really understand the ethics of these rules. Could you please explain them to me a little better? As I wish to be part of the site, you have proven that you cannot keep your egos in check. However, coming from a man